Hey everybody, Simistic this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And Hurricane Sandy can definitely not keep me away from buying movies. Today I headed out to my local Dollar Tree store, picking myself up 15 titles, 14 of those being Blu-rays, because for those of you who do not know, currently right now at Dollar Tree stores, Blu-rays are showing up. They're all Mill Creek titles, so not the best titles in the world, not the best picture quality in the world, but for $1 a piece, there is some great titles that is definitely worth heading out to your local Dollar Tree store and seeing if they have any in stock. So let's take a look at what I bought. The first title I'll talk about is the one DVD I picked up, and that was Last Days. This is a movie I've been thinking about getting for years now. Come across this one all the time at pawn shops, flea markets, thrift stores, but I always pass it up. It is a title that sort of strikes my interest, but I've just never really known if I wanted to see it. I do like what the movie's about. It's apparently based on the last few days of Kurt Cobain. It's not a documentary, it's not a biography or anything like that. It's just a movie about a completely different person, but based around the last few days of Kurt Cobain. And I used to be a huge Nirvana fan. I was the biggest Nirvana junkie in the world back when I was in middle school. I still do like Nirvana, they're a great band, but I used to be obsessed. So from that there alone, it really made me interested in checking this movie out, but as I said, didn't really know if it was anything I ever really wanted to see, but for $1, figured I'd finally pick it up and finally check it out. Now on to the Blu-rays, and the first 6 titles we'll talk about here are the movies I'm picking up to replace my DVD copies with. And the first title here being Money for Nothing. A great John Cusack movie, absolutely love this one, and for $1, had to get myself a Blu-ray copy. Then I picked up another Stakeout, another fantastic movie. However, this one won't actually be replacing my DVD copy, since I do own the original Stakeout and another Stakeout double feature set, but for $1, definitely had to pick up another Stakeout on Blu-ray. Then I got My Father the Hero. This is a great movie. I actually have owned this movie twice now on DVD and now on Blu-ray. Don't ask, weird story. But for $1, definitely had to pick it up on Blu-ray. Then I got Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend. Haven't seen this movie since I was a little kid, but I absolutely remember loving it. And I did just recently pick this one up on DVD only a few months ago, but I never got around to watching it. So now that I have it on Blu-ray, definitely got to check it out. And finally I picked up Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail. 2 fantastic Ernest movies. Absolutely love these films. They did also, or well, apparently, Dollar Tree stores are getting in Ernest Scared Stupid as well. But unfortunately, my store did not have a copy of that in stock. So I am going to hit up a few more Dollar Tree stores probably in the next couple days to see if hopefully one of those stores got Ernest Scared Stupid in, because I love that movie. But getting both of these for $1 a piece was a great deal. And the last 8 Blu-rays I picked up were all blind buys. Some of these titles I've heard of, some of them I have not, but for $1 a piece, figured I'd pick them up and check them out. The first title here being War at Home, a title I've heard of but really know nothing about, but for $1, had to pick it up. I definitely look forward to checking it out. Then I grabbed Last Dance. I do not know what this one's about, haven't even heard of this movie, but Sharon Stone looks interesting. Then I got The Marrying Man, which actually stars Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger, so that sounds pretty good there. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. Then I got Miami Rhapsody. I've actually seen pieces of this movie on TV, and I thought it looked somewhat interesting, so for $1, figured I'd pick it up. And then I got Betsy's Wedding. Another title I have no idea about, but does star Molly Ringwald, and that sounds good to me. And then I got The Tie That Binds. Another complete blind buy title I've never even really heard of, but look forward to checking it out. Play It to the Bone. This is actually a movie that I've come across on DVD a few times for really cheap and thought about picking up, but I never did. So for $1, had to pick it up on Blu-ray, and I look forward to checking it out. And then finally, the last Blu-ray I picked up was Consulting Adults. Another title I've never even heard of, but looked interesting, so I had to pick it up. So that's it for what I bought today, so now into what I watched. And the first Halloween horrorthon title I checked out today was Bloody Birthday. This was a fun movie. The plot was pretty simple. It was very basic. I spent the whole movie waiting for it to evolve more, and it never did. But even though it was a very simple and basic plot, it worked. It made for an okay horror movie, and a pretty decent slasher at that. The whole premise of this movie is 3 children born all on the same night, which happened to be a lunar eclipse, so all born during a lunar eclipse. And according to astrological readings, since during the eclipse Saturn was being blocked, apparently they're missing something from their signs, and And this whole movie has a lot to do about astrological signs and whatnot. So apparently they're missing something. And what they're apparently missing is kind of emotion. They don't really rationalize emotion at all. They don't really feel things. So of course these children are running around murdering more or less the entire town. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, anytime somebody double crosses them or just upsets them in even the slightest little bit, they go out and they murder them. And they're just killing everybody from children to adults. They've even set some people up. It's really interesting to watch the way these children kill people and the way they go about doing things. I mean, there's one point where this one girl is going to tell on them, and they set her up to make the town think that she's crazy, and it works. So it's just kind of twisted like that. And these children are just completely nuts. But it is a really fun movie, and even though, like I said, that is the plot, very, very basic, very simple, nothing more than that, just 3 children born on a lunar eclipse going around killing more or less everybody from the town. And that is it. But it does really work and makes for a fun horror slash movie. So I recommend checking this one out. Yes, definitely. It's a lot of fun. So Bloody Birthday, check it out. And the last Halloween horror-thon title I checked out today was Zombie Dawn of the Dead. This year being the European Dario Argento cut of the Dawn of the Dead movie. Now, according to the back here, it says things like, the Argentino version delivers a radically different movie than Romero's original cut. Not necessarily. Would I say it's radically different? No. Different? Sure. Better? Yeah, actually, I did like this cut better than the Romero cut. But I wouldn't say it's radically different. It's not completely changed, but it was a better cut in my mind. As it says here, removing the film's American humor to make it more of an intense action shocker, and replacing the music soundtrack with a savage score by legendary rock band Goblin. And it works. The soundtrack was great in this. I do love the kind of American humor-y things they took out. There were a few I think they did leave in though, but there was some stuff they took out of it, and I really did enjoy this cut. And personally, I thought it was a better cut. As far as Dawn of the Dead goes, I do think it's a good movie, but I was never a huge diehard Dawn of the Dead fan. My issues were it wasn't serious enough for me. It wasn't dark enough for me. There were a bit too many goofy things going on in that movie that sort of did bother me. So I was never a huge fan of it. I just enjoyed the movie, thought it was a mediocre, decent zombie movie, but just never a real diehard fan. But now that I've seen this cut, I love the movie so much more. This is just a much better cut. It is darker. It does feel like a straight-up zombie movie, so I'd recommend hunting this one down. If you are a Dawn of the Dead fan, it is definitely worth checking out, and in my mind, the best cut of the movie thus far. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Definitely excited about the titles I picked up from my local Dollar Tree today. Getting all those Blu-rays for $1 a piece was an amazing deal. And even though, like I said, they're not the greatest titles, the picture quality on them isn't the best, for $1 a piece, it's definitely worth heading out to your local Dollar Tree store and seeing if they've got any in stock. They're decent titles, and for $1 a piece, they're a steal. And also getting Last Days, like I said, it's a title that I've definitely wanted to check out, so very happy I picked up that DVD. Also watching Bloody Birthday, I loved it, thought it was great. The plot was very, very simple. I didn't really have too much to say about it because it is just a story about 3 kids killing people. But it works, and it's definitely worth checking out. And finally watching the Dario Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead, Zombie Dawn of the Dead. It was great. I really did enjoy the cut. I thought it was darker. It did feel more serious. I loved the score. It was great. So in my mind, definitely the better cut of that movie. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya. And the last 2 titles I got were Ernest Goes to Jail and, oh, fuck me.